Hi, this is Venkatesh and I'm going to do my VMware Lab 9 accessing iSCSI storage. Objectives are configure access to an iSCSI data store. The first task is add a VMkernel Port Group to standard switch, and the second task is configure the iSCSI software adapter. I have logged into my vSphere web client and this is my host. Now I have to add a network connection to my host, so I'm going to click the add host networking. From here I have to select the vKernel network adapter and select next, and I have to select a switch to make a connection. So browse, so I have selected switch 1 and click OK. From here I'm moving next, and this is my default, so my network label will be VMkernel and my IP settings is IPv4, and I'm gonna click next. Here I'm gonna include the IP address of the IPv storage. I have used the static settings, which is my IPv4 address is my IPv storage address, which means the pod address. This is my default gateway for IPv4 and my DNS server. Now I'm gonna click next, and I'm gonna finish too, and I have successfully mapped the switch to a VMkernel adapter. Likewise, we have to do the same task to switch 2, and I have successfully mapped the switch 2 with the VMkernel adapter 2. Before proceeding to the task to configure the iSCSI software adapter, we have to use the data on tap to configure the E0B network. So we have to use this command ifconfig E0B with the IP address as well as the net mask, and we can check it by using ifconfig space -a, where we can see the E0A and E0B are already been configured. Next, we have to add the iSCSI license by using the iSCSI add and the license key, and we have to enable it using the enable on, and we have to start the iSCSI using the command iSCSI start. So the iSCSI service is already running because I have configured the iSCSI. Now we have to create two LUNs, LUN1 and LUN2, using this command, and we can show the LUNs by using the command LUN show. We can see the LUNs already being created and they are mapped to their network, and we have to create the I group using the command, and we can view the I group using the command I group show. So the I group is initiated already. Now from the host 1 we have to go to manage and click storage. From storage adapter we have to add the new storage adapter. Then after adding the new storage adapter, we can see it is visible as iSCSI adapter, but previously I have added this adapter, but I cannot re-add it. Now we have to navigate to the network port and click the plus symbol to add the VMkernel adapter. So I have selected VMkernel adapter switch 1 and clicked OK. Now the adapter has been added. Now we have to select the target tab and click dynamic discovery. Then we have to click add, and we have to add the IP address of the server. And we have to give OK. Now we can see the server has been added and the paths also been added. Now I'm gonna just check with the rescan. Now we can see the path is been successfully created. This is the end of the module.
Hi, this is Venkatesh and I'm going to do my lab 10 accessing NFS storage. My objectives are task 1 configure access to NFS data store, task 2 view NFS storage information. Initially I'm gonna create an aggregate. So I'm gonna go to storage and click create aggregate, and in this step I'm going to create an aggregate, and my aggregate name is aggregate 2, and I'm gonna select disk for my aggregate, which is around 4, and I'm gonna give save and close, and I'm gonna create the aggregate 2, and I'm gonna click finish. Since I have no disk space, so I'm gonna use my aggregate 1 for my upcoming tasks. Now I'm gonna create a volume, so I'm going to volume create. My volume name is volume 2 and my aggregate with aggregate 1, and my storage type is NAS to access NFS access, and my thin provision is being ticked, and the size of my volume is 5 GB. I'm gonna click create. Now the volume 2 is successfully created. And now I have logged into my VMware vSphere web client into my client, and I have navigated through vCenter and to my data center, and I have to create a data store. In my location path I can see that Venkat_data center, and I'm clicking next. Now I have to select the type as NFS type to create a NFS data store, and my data store name is NFS Venki, and my pod storage vpod storage is 192.168.255.1, and my share folder is wall/wall2. So I'm going to click next, and I have selected both the hosts, EXI hosts, and I have clicked next, and this is my information about creating the data center, and I have clicked finish. And here we can see that I have created my NFS data store as NFS Venki. Now I'm gonna do task 2, view NFS storage information. Now I'm gonna click monitor, and we can see that this is a rescan vCenter server for new inventory and storage devices. I'll click this and S. We can see that my data store information is being displayed in the report. Before that, we have to go to report on and select NAS mount, then only we can do this task.